KP, at what point, it was pretty early on, but at what point do you feel like you guys kind of found your groove tonight?
I think early on, very early. We started with good energy. We knocked down some shots, and they were missing a lot of shots, a lot of open ones, a lot of good looks for them that were just missing, and they were just playing uphill the whole game against us. We were rolling, everything was happening for us, and they were just playing uphill. So we took advantage of that, and they had no rhythm offensively, and second half was also good. Shout out to Denny. Denny was incredible. And I just, after those celebrations, he needs to get back. That's my only criticism. But other than that, he's been playing great.
For understandable reasons, the locker room kind of vibes have been a little bit more flat, I guess, than they have been at previous times during the season. What does a win like this do for you guys, just from that standpoint?
I think it definitely gives us like good energy. We don't ever think about anything else but to compete and win games, and winning at the end gives you a swagger, and we've been missing that lately, you know. So always a good win like this always lifts up your spirits and makes you feel good as a basketball player.
Maybe this was a game where the rest kind of let you guys play in terms of not many fouls were called. It seems like you guys were really the aggressors in that regard. Saw kind of Denny get into it with Marcus Smart. What did you think of that and the way you guys kind of set the tone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a physical game. I don't know, like team number wise, but I didn't get to the line as much as I usually do. But it was going both ways. You know, some contacts were not being called on as fouls for us also. So it was a physical game. They allowed to play more or less, I would say, even. You know, and Denny, I think, strives in that kind of game where he can be physical, use his body on both ends. And he played incredible, honestly. Like all those, like everything that he did was quality. So I'm happy about Denny.
KP, you've mentioned over the years passing out of double teams has been something you've been working on and have improved on every year. Tonight especially, it seemed like you were in control in that area when you caught the ball in the mid-post. Can you walk me through a little bit of your thought process when you catch the ball in the mid-post and you face up and you might see a guy come from one direction, maybe two guys come at the same time. Can you walk me through what you're looking for and what you're seeing in those circumstances?
It depends. A lot of those decisions I just make instinctively, but the main thing that I look at is who is guarding me, and from that I can kind of read if they're going to help more or less, you know, and if it's a stronger defender, it's going to be less of a help, but still, you know, I try to make the right reads, but the first read I make is who's the primary defender. And then go from there, and you know, we make some adjustments. Like sometimes when a shooter like Corey, for example, gives me the ball on the post, I don't want him to cut. I prefer him to stay right there and see if his defender baits and digs, and I could just kick right out for a quick three for him. So little things like that we're, I think, building our chemistry as a team, and the more time we get to play together, the better we'll look.
KP, to get a win like this over a good team and you guys being a little shorthanded, what does that speak about, you know, the talent that you guys have on this roster?
Yeah, but yes, of course. Like, for example, like Denny, what he shows today, like he shows that he's a hooper, you know, he has the talent, he just needs a bit more freedom, a bit more confidence, and he can do all these things out there. So I think these games are really good for younger guys to have more of a responsibility on the offensive end, and also at the same time a bit more freedom. And the talent is there. It's just a matter of keep getting that experience and learning from our mistakes. And keep growing as a team, and each of us individually. And yeah, I keep talking about Denny, but lately he's been playing really good. So I hope to see like this growth from him, going forward also.
You told Megan that whether ties or lows for him, you're trying to keep him even keeled.
Yeah.
What did that look like throughout the season?
Yeah, then he can, I think, like get in his own head a little bit too much sometimes, and he plays the best when he plays free. When he plays free, when he can be the creator, or just not having that pressure of if he's making a mistake, then he might get subbed out, and if he doesn't have that pressure on him, I feel like he just plays much more free and much more with much more like swag out there, and he's been doing that. And it's just a proof that that he's capable of that. And no matter what the circumstances is, who's playing, who's not, we always want that from him, and that's the challenge for him to be as consistent as possible, no matter who's playing or who's out.
I don't know if you already got asked about the Toronto game.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
Yeah, no, that was I think could be our best assist of the season, in my opinion. So yeah, then he got some nice ones this year for sure. Good. Cool. Thank you.